And now, from Glasgow.
So hello guys, welcome to issue 41. This is Centre of the Forearm part 8, and we have a little bit more of the base that I can see. So let's have a little look. So we have got piece A63. So this looks like it's going to go along to the next piece that we did last week, and we've got some screws. We have got 5 plus 2, so there should be 7 screws in there. 1, 2, tell you what, look, let's use the pack from last week that we didn't open, so that has got exactly 5 screws in it, and that's how many screws we are going to need. So we've also got base 2, so this is obviously, I'm guessing, going to go with, this is base 2, this is base 1, that's called base 2. We've got 2 base 2s, so obviously they're exactly the same, so maybe we'll get more of these pieces. And it looks like, now that we've put them together, 3 pieces, so this is obviously under there. So it looks like we've got 1, 2, 3 more issues until we finish the bottom of the base, which is really good for me, because once I've got the base together, then I'll know how much footprint I'll need for storage. I still don't know the exact height, what it'll look like on the base. Right, so let's get on with this issue. So because of the issues I had, well, I didn't have issues last week. I had problems finding where to put the part, but I think we kind of saw this coming. We now know where this is going to go, because it's pretty much the opposite of last issue. So we are going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screw holes, and just like last issue, we have this notch here and a screw hole there. That will line up with that notch there and that screw hole, and once we get those into place, the rest, oh, this is out of shape, it really is out of shape, so we're going to need to just manipulate that quite a bit actually. There we go, that took a little bit of force, but don't be too scared of it because it's metal. So once we've got that in place, 1 screw in the middle there, 1, 2, 3, 4. Why has that got 4 screws? This one only had 3, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, then 1 to connect the 2 pieces together, but we've got this one extra as well. I'm going to go with it because that's what the instructions tell us to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this off again, which is almost as difficult as putting it on. I'm going to get my oil, and I'm just going to pop a tiny drop into each of those holes, ready to receive our screws. So line this nipple bit there with that hole there and that screw hole. Once those 2 are in place, I'm aiming to pop this screw, meet the screw in the middle, and it is quite difficult because it's not quite the right shape. Right, so I think I'm going to pop this screw in first, then these 2 outer screws, and then I think once we've got that, it will really start to pull it into shape. So just to sort of show you what I mean about the out of shape, this is the part that we did last week, and you see that's pretty flush. This one is gappy as anything, but I know that once we get these screws in, but hold that thought what I've given you for showing you the gaps, and then once we start to screw these in, you will see how it's pulled it all into shape. So really do not panic about it being out of shape, because these are, I mean, these aren't going to bend like 90 degrees, but these will give a little bit. I'm just going to turn it upside down. There we go, that's in as much as it'll go with that screwdriver. So then I think I'll do this end next. Oops. And remember, this one is a bit strange because it doesn't go the angle of the peg. If it goes the angle of the peg, you'll be screwing it in this way. It actually goes in that way. It's a bit of a strange angle given the shape of the screw hole. But, you know, that's the way it is. So, but that's gone in absolutely fine. So now I'll pop in the screw that connects the two pieces together. This piece with the piece from the last issue. And I think I'll move it back around just to make it a bit easier for me to screw it in. There we go. So they're all in as far as that screwdriver will allow. Now I think I'll do this screw next because I think there's a bit of a gap there that I want to deal with. And this is where my other screwdriver will really come in useful, because this is very good for getting the screws in, but I can't get them really tight. This is more of a precision screwdriver. Right, I think that's going to go in a lot more, but that's as far as I can go with this screwdriver. So we get the 5th screw in. There we go. That didn't go in an awful lot, but that is as tight as it'll go. So that's just starting to pull in a little bit more. So what I'll do is I'll switch to my big screwdriver and I'll pop these in the same order that I put them in. So the middle one will be first, and that actually isn't going in too much, so that's a good sign. So we'll pop the screw number 5 in next. I'm calling this one number 5. That's actually pretty good. Maybe I've got them in really tight with my precision screwdriver. That one's turning quite a bit, and I'll go on to screw number 4. Yeah, I thought that one would turn quite a bit more. And then screw number 2. Okay, so and then I'll go back to screw number 3. See if we can get any movement on that one. No. Screw number 5. Nope. Screw number 1. Nothing noteworthy. Screw number 4. And screw number 2. There we go. I'm happy with that. So we'll check that it's, oh god, that is really solid. So we'll have a look at the shape. It all fits nicely there, and then it's all making contact there, so it seems a little bit out there, but that is actually in, and that's absolutely fine. So yeah, it was a struggle to get that in, mainly because this little frill bit there, I'm calling it a frill, it's probably a skirt would be a better name for it. But yeah, as we screwed it in, it's just kind of pulled it into shape. Now, I have a problem, guys. This is rather heavy. This is very heavy, and this is only, what, less than a quarter of the entire build. So yeah, we've got so much more to add to it, but this looks like it's half done. I don't know how well you can see this. So that looks like a semicircle to me. So I think over the coming weeks we might be doing this again, but on the opposite side, and then maybe what's this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. I think there'll be 8 pieces to complete this, so you'll end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then another couple of pieces that will connect that. How it's going to connect, because these are obviously locating pegs, as we can see from there, but we're running out of screw holes, look. Bearing in mind we still got to connect the fingers, the actual hand, but yeah. Now I have one criticism, 2 criticisms. We can see the part numbers on the inside. Now if there's something going inside there, bearing in mind that we appear to be nearly finished. You know, we've got 3 more fingers to go, and then this bit can be completed in about 1.5 packs. That takes us to about issue 50 or 60. There's a lot more issues to go, so I'm hoping that there's something going to be going inside this that will cover this, maybe some mechanisms or something. The other criticism I've got, and I don't know how they're going to fix this, a lot of these, what we've been doing is covering up, like you see there's a big seam line down there, and that's been covered up with this panel, so it's all nice, you've got no seam lines. But we've now got one there which I'm not 100% happy with, but you know, it's near the bottom, it may not be noticeable so much, but yeah, I am actually happy with that. So bear with me a sec, I'll be back shortly. So yeah, I like to have a little play at the end of the pack. So this is what I think we're going to be dealing with. Oh, that's interesting, because I think these are holes and these are pegs. So it looks like this. Ah, that would explain why we've not put the hand together yet. So do not take this as gospel, guys. This is me having a play and a speculation. But it looks like that is going in, that is not going in like that because the screws are not lining up. Ah, I think that might be going in. Oh, I don't know, guys. I really cannot figure this out. Unless it's going right in. There we go. No, because those screw holes are not lining up with anything. I actually have no idea how this is going together then. It's fun to have a play, but oh, that looks more promising. Yes, I've got it. So it isn't a perfect fit, mainly because of the shape of the pieces, but that's how that's going in, I think. Then if I put this piece of the hand on, this is going to be so much fun when we do it. And then if we turn it over and it's extremely heavy, and the hand's just fallen off and the thumb. But now we've got an idea of the length of it. So, as I say, the thumb's just fallen off, but we can get a fairly good idea of how big it is. Let's see if I can do a zoom out on the camera without showing you too much mess on the desk. So that's it, guys, that's the total length of it. That is ginormous, so please excuse the messy desk. Right guys, so I'm going to finish the video there. It's been fun. I do love the little speculation at the end of the packs, and yeah, obviously with the base we're starting to get a good idea, because I really do like knowing the footprint of it, because once I know how much width and depth it's going to take on the desk, then obviously I can start making a space for it. So yeah guys, I'm trying to get this thumb in and it doesn't want to go. It goes in quite a specific way, and I think the cover goes on last. It is a tight squeeze, but then don't forget, guys, that the thumb isn't actually officially been attached yet. So what do I know? This could all be wrong. Right, guys. So I've got a mess to clear up now, haven't I? On my desk, all these pieces of Gauntlet. So I'll see you in the next issue when I suspect we're probably going to be putting. I don't know if they'll call it centre of Forearm. We're obviously going to work on, or are we going to work on the back? I don't know. This is the fun of the part works. We'd have no idea what we're working on next issue. Tell you what, guys, catch me next week and we'll all find out. Take care. Bye bye.